So it has been over a week since I brought you guys a video, or actually I think it's like a week tonight. So my apologies, but I am in the midst of a huge website for a celebrity poker star who is in the middle of tournament after tournament. The WSOP is next month, so I apologize. I'm probably going to be another couple of days without a video, so I'm warning you now. But I also want to say that if I end up dead, or you absolutely never hear from me again, or you see rumors that Laura Keck is dead, tell the police, go to Chad Keller. He lives in Georgia. I received a death threat tonight from him stating that my days are numbered. So I just want to make a public announcement that if I end up dead, everyone knows where to go to, and I will inform my brother, my family, and everyone else before I call the police and his probation officer. But I take threats like that pretty seriously. So I just want it known and make it public. And I am going to post that on the website. So you can go to makingamurderle.com. And that's what I know the website hasn't been updated either because I really have been busy. But that's something that I'm going to put on the front page. So if, God forbid, something happens to me, this is public knowledge. And I am going to call the police tomorrow. So with that said, I have spent the last 2 hours trying to find like a video. And then I got, all this other garbage. So I couldn't really figure out what topic I was going to talk about. And I wanted to stick with something that I knew that, really hasn't been discussed in detail, and something I could do totally free out on a whim. So here we go. There has been a lot of talk from December all the way until today. And we're 5 months later, about how one-sided the documentary was. And I happened to find something on Reddit looking for ideas, and Tom something, one of the writers or journalists who was there, was talking about how he had how one-sided the documentary was and blah blah blah. But the truth of the matter was, it really wasn't. If we just watched the documentary, we can say, okay, maybe it was one-sided. But once you take into account all of the evidence that came up later and all of the documents that showed up, it really proves that it's not one-sided. It was exactly the way the document said it was. And there's really no way to deny it anymore. It's there. You don't have to be a genius to figure out that it's there. So, for everyone that says, oh, it's one-sided, it's not one-sided at all. It's exactly what the evidence shows. So that was my first order of business that I just wanted to throw out there. My second order of business I want to throw out there is I happened to be skimming through, when I was going through a couple of hours, trying to find documents, is Richard Mailer's evidence, Richard Mailer's testimony. Somehow his name came up. I haven't said fucking shit about him, but somehow his name came up today. So I kind of wanted to look at his story a little more. And it was really interesting because he did a reference thing for witness testimony for Avery in 2009, when Avery was trying to get this post-conviction and they were trying to throw it out, and due to juror tampering. So Richard Mailer comes on the stand and he was saying, that there was an argument or a fight with so-and-so, another juror, and that he was dismissed, as we all know, for this car accident that his daughter was in. And what's interesting about the car accident, and I believe I discussed this a couple of way back in the beginning, but what's interesting is that the car accident, the police were never called, and yet the police showed up 5 minutes later. They knew about the accident. At the time, Richard Mailer was the only one that was going to plead not guilty. So, how it transpired, there's been a lot of talk about, that's a little weird, what's up with that? So why I'm even bringing this up is I remember I looked everywhere and I could not find the exact document, but Judge Willis, who I really have been defending, but Judge Willis had stated on the stand, there was only one juror that was actually excused. And he had stated that the juror that was excused only was excused due to the fact that him and his wife are going to have a divorce, and he was pleading that he needs a divorce, and yada, yada. I need to get my eyebrows done. And they had said that, Judge Willis said he allowed him to leave due to, he understood that he was getting a divorce and blah, blah, blah. But that whole story is not true. And Richard Mailer's own testimony, he states very clearly that it had to do with the car accident. So it's kind of weird to me, like something just doesn't add up. Like, why would Willis lie and say it had to do with a divorce? Then I find out that there's a female juror that wanted off the case because she recognized, what's his name? Remiger from a previous trial in 2000. And Strang tried to get her off the case saying that, that's not right. She can, yada, yada. And Willis said, no, she's perfectly fine. I don't understand that. Like, that's kind of juror tampering. And it was kind of weird. So I really didn't know what to think of that. Like, I didn't even remember. I'm sure you guys do, but I've been lost for a while. I'm kind of behind, I'll admit it. But it just seemed odd that all of a sudden there's this female juror that wanted off the case, and I don't remember hearing about that. My final thing was about Kratz. Of course we come back to Kratz, and yay, that thing was canceled. Fuck you, asshole. Kratz, look, narcissism is a serious thing. You have zero conscience. You will never have a conscience. One of the things about narcissists, as we know from Mr. Chad Keller, one of the things that the biggest thing you can do to a narcissist is out them. Make them look bad or make them look stupid, and they will come at you tenfold. Me, I've already danced with Satan. I've went through years with Satan. I deal with him on a weekly basis. There's nobody that can scare me. I made a vow, and I said this to somebody in the group today. I made a vow that no matter what happens, I will always out a narcissist because there's nothing they can do to me. I am not scared of them, but I am going to call them out. That is why I've picked Kratz to be the one I hate the most in this entire case, because he is trying so hard to prove that he's not, a killer. He's not, I'm not saying he is, but that he's not a bad man. He's not this, he's not that. Stephen Avery definitely did it, blah, blah, blah. He's over trying, and he's trying because he doesn't want to look bad. And that is the exact same reason that Kratz, I was going to say Kratz killed. He didn't kill. Well, some people say he did. I don't believe he did. That's the whole reason why Kratz is my number one target, because he's just over trying. There's so many things about him that shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't be there. He broke ABA rules. All of them broke fucking ABA rules, and nobody gave a shit. That bothers me. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you. Like I said, once you dance with the devil, everything else is cake. But it really bothers me that, this is not how the law was made. This is not how shit is set up. You don't get promoted for doing, blatantly going against ABA rules. That's not how our system was designed, and it bothers me. Like, truly, it hurts. And that's why I focus so much on the corruption of it and not so much of, the stupid details. Now, Casey covered a video a couple of weeks ago that I was iffy on it. I hadn't really looked into it. I hadn't really, thought of it. But she was right in saying that, since when are citizens allowed to go to crime scenes? The family can't even go to a crime scene. Why the fuck was Ryan there? Why was Scott there? It just doesn't make sense. And they were there for 2 days. How does this happen? I mean, that's something we need to look at. How the fuck does this happen? Forget corruption. Forget just how does this happen? How do you get these people that are so wrong and promote them. It just bothers me. And I promise you guys, till we get answers on that, Stephen Avery can get out. Everyone can get out. Brendan can get out. They can all live happy lives. Until I get those fucking answers, I am not going to stop. Because it could be you, it could be me, it could be anybody. So hopefully, if I go to jail ever, my eyebrows will be done. Because they're pretty bad. So with that said, that's what I have for you guys. I hope you guys laugh. And just remember, if I end up dead, Chad Keller, tell Georgia police he's on probation. I'm going to call and make sure, unless he lied. I mean, he had said in a group he was on probation, but he lies so much you never know. So if you didn't catch my video that explained everything, definitely want to check it out. Because I have to pull it down because Cindy reported it. And she said she reported it. Okay, whatever. But she did try to make a truce today. Unlike Chad, who hasn't stopped. But everything is going to be taken care of because now that he made a viable threat, it's over, it's done, I'm finished. Now I'm going. Now shit got real. So have a great night, guys. I will try to get another one in. Give me some material to work on because I'm just flipping through shit trying to find stuff. So I apologize. So, happy Friday. I hope you guys didn't forget me. And actually, it's Saturday. So, there you go. 2 videos in one. And that's it. All right. So, peace out.